bothering me. Hello, everybody. Hello, good morning. Hey. I hope you have your tea. You know how we do it, Martell. So I'm gonna start making the time at 10:30 because 10 a.m. Woo! Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Hello. So this is Tinashe, Sunburn. I like this song. I feel like it was fitting for today. Yes. I will not let nobody cloud up on my blue sky. It's fitting. So, yes. All right, you guys. How are you doing today? Welcome to Morning Tea and Tarot. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for joining and, just being here with me today. So welcome to another episode of Morning Tea and Tarot. Don't forget that we do have our cups or mugs. So if you guys are interested when you're watching Morning Tea and Tarot, just go to my website or email me. quintessentialtarot.square.site is the website, and or quintessentialtarot1111@gmail.com. And you can get one of these also because Morning Tea and Tarot is a, it's kind of like off of the QTM&H, which is Quintessential Tarot, Manifestation and Healing. We also have that t-shirt on today, you guys. So, come on. We're growing and we're doing different things, because when you do different things, you get different results. Amen. So, today, the show is about what is stopping you from being the person that you want to be, right? What's stopping you from living in your purpose? What's stopping you from developing into the person that you visualize? I want to ask you guys, do we all do dream? You know what I mean? We all dream, we all envision. If you don't do that, allow yourself to do that. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to envision, because that is the first step in manifesting your reality, right? Creating your reality and making it what you want it to be. Hello, if you're just joining, welcome. Morning Tea and Tarot. Hi, Whitney. So we have our Morning Tea and Tarot mug here. I hope you guys have your tea or coffee. Let's have a dialogue. Let's talk. I wanted this show to be where we just have a dialogue and communicate and try to move past any barriers that we may feel we have that's holding us back from being who we really want to be. It's so important, right? So we're going to kind of do the tarot a little different as well. I'm going to try to see what's holding us back as a collective, right? What do we need to work on so that we can continue to manifest and become who we feel we want to be? So I think that it's so important because there's a time in everyone's life, I feel, where you become a little complacent, right? And being complacent obviously gets you the same results. If you're going to be complacent in life, that means that you're not doing anything different to try to become anything greater than what you already are, because obviously you're happy and content with where you are right now. And if you are, I mean, that's great. You know, if you feel like you have everything you need and everything you want in life, but guess what? Life is constantly evolving. It's constantly changing. I always say this. What's the only thing in life that's constant? Only thing life and constant is change. So we have to learn to adapt. We have to learn to evolve, and we should be ever evolving, right? So I have been, listening to some awesome coaches myself, even though I've taken on the role of coaching and being a Tarot life guidance coach. And it's going, really well. However, just because you're a coach yourself doesn't mean that you don't need coaching, right? So I have things that I obviously want to work on for myself, ever evolving, ever transforming into someone who I envision myself to be, someone better, someone, a better person overall. So I have been listening to coaches myself and just taking on advice for myself. Sometimes therapy is it's looked down upon, right? It used to be looked down upon a lot, a few years ago. I think now people are kind of opening up, especially the Black community. What do you guys think about therapy yourself? Do you think that it's something that is kind of shunned on, or kind of, or is it something that you feel is like a norm now, where it's, more accepted? Because where I come from and what I know, it was, if you go to therapy, something is wrong with you. You have a mental illness. You have this, you have that. Like the woo child, she on therapy, or she has a therapist, but it shouldn't be looked on like that. It shouldn't be looked at like that at all, because we all have anxieties in this world. I don't think anyone can simply say that they don't need counseling. And sometimes the richest people who look on the outside, who may look like they have it all together, are the ones that are really struggling inside. And so we need to be more compassionate and empathetic to that, right? Whitney said it's definitely not accepted in the Black community. It's not, right? It's looked down upon, or people will say, don't go to counseling. You need to go to God. You need to take it to Jesus, right? You need to pray about it. So it's kind of, and not to put down praying or anything like that. Because I am a believer in Jesus. I'm a believer in God. So I definitely, have my own religious views. However, I'm not one to be, hey, oh, you have a specific question. Let me know your question. I'll definitely answer it for you at the end, okay? That's from Abigail. So, yes, I hate that pray about it saying some things take more than that. Yes, exactly. I mean, you can pray all day, but sometimes you actually need someone to have that dialogue with you, to actually walk through steps with you, or talk through steps with you, right? To kind of help you get from point A to point B more in a logical sense. That's okay, I feel. So, hey Josh, when will the IRS approve my refund? Are you being funny? Or is that for real? Girl. So I feel like there's a space on the IRS where you can actually find out that information a lot more accurately than here. So she said, no, I'm serious. Look, I will do my best, but I will do my best to figure that out for you. I want to know myself. But I just feel like for that particular question, I don't know if you're aware, but you can go to, what is it? State your refund, or
IRS.gov.
You can go to irs.gov and say, what is it?
/where's my refund.
And they will let you know that. irs.gov/where's my refund. But I'm going to look at the cards for you, sweetheart. I will. You already checked? It's still pending? Okay. All right. Well, let's see what the cards has to say. You tickled my soul with that one. Girl. Huh? I mean, I'm saying. Okay, so I got you. Stay tuned. So anyway, yes. So I feel like it's so important. So, the Tony Robbins, the Lisa Nichols, the Rich Litvin, these are some master coaches. They are very, they've been in that field for a long time and helping and assisting people for a long time, like many years. I mean, I don't want to give them the clout as of, oh my gosh, they're famous and this, that, and the third, which they are. But what I'm saying is that they really do help people. And sometimes we all need that. Sometimes we all need that assistance. Sometimes we all need that guidance from someone who can kind of help us figure things out, right? So what's stopping you guys? Talk to me. What's stopping you guys from being the person that you feel like you want to be? Because there has to be something. There has to be something that's kind of stopping, or it's a hesitation there. And a lot of times, if you think about it, it's procrastination, right? I struggle with that. I struggle with procrastinating. I really do. But we have to ask ourselves, what are we getting out of procrastinating? There has to be something that we feel we're getting out of procrastinating when we do procrastinate, because there has to be something. There has to be a benefit. And sometimes when you procrastinate, I was listening to Lisa Nichols, and she was kind of speaking on this, and she made it clear, about procrastination. Like, there has to be something, like a reason why you procrastinate. You're getting something out of it, a benefit that you feel is assisting, or is a reason why you continue to procrastinate. So whether it's you feel like you work better under pressure, or you feel like you're more creative when you are doing something at the last minute, right? But what you're really doing is you're really putting yourself under stress. You're really putting your body under a lot of stress for simply something that can be modified, that you don't have to continue to do that. My issue is not being persistent on a goal. Josh said his issue is not being persistent on a goal. Yes, you have a goal in mind, right? But you don't realize the cost that it takes to achieve that goal. Lisa Nichols again said, the goal looks sexy, right? But the inconsistency is costly. Therefore, it's an inconsistent, journey, or that journey is costly because you're not really realizing how much it's going to take for you to achieve that goal. So you can look at the goal and you're like, wow, this looks attractive. It's so appealing. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. But you're not realizing the time frame. Let's use losing weight as an example, right? So all my life I had to fight. all my life I've been struggling with weight loss, okay? Because if I can't be real with you guys, how can I expect you guys to be 100% real with me? Okay? So we're going there. And it's something that I've struggled with. It's something I've procrastinated on. It's something that I look at the end goal and I'm like, wow, yes, I'm going to feel sexy. But whenever I go through that journey, you know, the journey is hard. The journey is tough. The discipline, the consistency, it's a cost. It's a cost. And so what are we willing to sacrifice? What are we willing to pay to achieve that goal that we have in mind? You know, if we constantly put ourselves under the stress of procrastinating when that is something that we don't have to do and it can be modified, we have to realize that it disrupts our peace. It disrupts our joy. You're not living in the moment. You're not enjoying the journey. So I, want you guys to really think about that. If you suffer from procrastinating, if that's what is stopping you from being the person that you really feel that you want to be, I challenge you to rise. I challenge you to put yourself first, because if you procrastinate, that is something that you work better under stress, right? So if you feel you work better under stress, you may think that way, and that may be so, Josh. But if you work better under stress, think of how much better you could work if you planned it out. Think of how much more of an achievement you can, how much more you can achieve if you decide to plan out what you're doing in such a small amount of time and under so much stress. Because stress clouds your clarity. Stress ages you. It does a lot of things that are not healthy, and it doesn't help you to think as clearly as you could if you allowed yourself grace and if you allowed yourself space and time. So I do understand, because I, again, struggle with procrastinating, okay? It's something I'm working on daily. However, I am also working on self-love, and I'm also working on improving my planning and time management. And so with all of that, if I want to reduce my stress, I need to be planning a lot better so that I'm not giving myself such a little bit of time to achieve such huge goals that I have, okay? It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time to do that. And procrastinating can be modified. I mean, it's something that you don't have to do. It's, we have things in our lives that come up, and there's things that sometimes we can't avoid and that are out of our control. But procrastination is something that you have control over. It just takes time management, and it takes planning ahead of time to do that, okay? So I really want you to think about, if you can do a good job under stress, what great job, or what a even better job you can do when you're not under stress. I mean, so I want you guys to think about this, because it's really important. So what's stopping you from being the person that you feel you want to be, right? So I want you guys to do something, because, again, this happened to me, okay? So for whoever is watching, I appreciate you. Procrastination with me was over things I wasn't interested in. That's another thing. Make sure that you're interested in what you're doing. Obviously, if you're not interested, you're not going to put that much effort into it. But think about this. When you were in school, you were interested in achieving that degree, which you received, right? You were interested, and you saw the goal of getting that diploma. So, like I said, the goal looks sexy, but the journey is costly, okay? So, you have to go to school to get to that diploma, to get to that end goal. Therefore, Don't procrastinate. Do what you have to do to get there and get there smoothly. Don't put that much stress on yourself. It may not be something you want to do, but it's something that you're going to enjoy, and you obviously really want it when you get to that end goal, right? So I want you guys to do something, okay? So take a deep breath. I can't see you, but I need you guys to do this. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you want to. And I want you guys to envision 5 years from now. Think about 5 years from now, where you want to be. Just close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Be in the moment. Think 5 years ahead from now. Where will we be? 2026? Where will you be? I want you to picture yourself there. If you guys don't have a house, I want you to picture yourself in a house. And then I want you to multiply the size by 3. I want you guys to picture yourself in that house. And I want you guys to picture yourself driving up to that house. What kind of car do you guys have? And then I want you to see how much that car is going to cost you. And I want you guys to double that. Triple it if you want to. So if you pictured yourself in a 2026 Hyundai Sonata, what car would be even better than that? Double that. So then you're driving up to your house, and you're driving up to your driveway, and it takes you, you open up the gate to your house, and it takes you, another 2 minutes just to get to your house. And you're pulling up to your house, and I want you to go inside of your house, and you see all of your family inside. Everybody's in the kitchen. You have family cooking and laughing. And even the family that you had disagreements with are there because you've healed that. So you can all laugh and enjoy one another in peace. What's stopping you guys from truly making that a reality? I want you to think about that, because it can be. If you can envision that, it can happen. What you think about, what you manifest, what you are thinking ultimately will become your reality. That's why it's so important to make sure that you guys have a positive mindset. Because the moment you start thinking negatively is the moment that you are creating those negative results to interfere with that end goal. It can all happen for each and every one of us. As long as we don't procrastinate, as long as we truly believe, and as long as we sign up for the cost, sign up for the journey. Don't sign up for the end goal, because that's going to happen as long as you do what you need to do to get there. It's going to happen. But if you want something different, you have to do something different. If you want different results, you have to put in that work to get those results. True? I think so. I think so, you guys. So what I want to do is tea. So I didn't get to tell you guys what tea I was drinking. It's the same. It's my chai tea. It's my favorite. And it's so delicious. Okay. So don't forget that if you guys are interested in, hey to everybody who's, just popped in. We were talking about what's stopping us from being who we want to be, the person that we really want to be. What's stopping us from doing that, right? So, thanks, sweetheart. Thank you. So, don't forget, if you guys are interested in programs, if you want to do a little self-searching or a lot of self-searching, self-exploration, manifesting, learning how to figure out who you are, get to the core of who you are, contact me. You can go to my website, quintessentialtarot.square.site. You can also contact me on my email, quintessentialtarot1111@gmail.com. You guys, if you have a question and you want that question to be read on the next show, you can go to contactmtnt@gmail.com and you can put your question in there, and then I will choose 3 questions out of whoever is in there. I'll just choose 3. So the more questions you have, or the more times you submit, the more chances you'll have your question read on the next show. But this show I wanted to do a little different. So there are some questions still in there. Just be patient, guys. But continue to send your questions. But for Abigail, I am going to try to find out, sweetheart, when the IRS is going to give you your refund. I mean, we're all wanting this to happen for you. So before we get into the real reading, or before we get into Abigail's reading, we're just going to find out what's kind of blocking us as a collective, okay? What's something that we all need to just work on? What's in our way? What do we need to let go of? So I'm just going to pull just a couple cards, and I'm going to see what comes out for everybody as a collective. What's something that is burdening us? Something that we need to let go of so that we can get closer to the goal, closer of being who we feel we really want to be, right? And I just want to thank you all for just watching and being here with me today and interacting. Just know that whoever interacts the most has a chance at becoming my top T. And my top T is my top fan. And I am going to personally send you a t-shirt or a mug that has my logo, Morning Tea and Tarot. And so when you're sitting there and you're watching it with me, you can wear it and or drink out of your mug, and we can, continue to chat and all of that good stuff. So make sure that you guys tune in every Sunday at 10:30, because we're changing the time, because you know what? 10 a.m. is just a little too early. So we're gonna do 10:30 and see how that works out, okay? So let's see. I'm just gonna pull a few cards and see what's something that is hindering us as a collective. What's hindering us? Something that we need to work on so that we can grow and move into what is going to make us into the person that we truly feel we want to be, right? So what's our challenges? Let's see what our challenges are. What are our challenges? So immediately, you guys, what came out, I'm just gonna pull one more card into the challenges, please. One more card. Thank you all for tuning in. Okay, you guys. Oh, I love this. Okay, so the challenges that we're facing. If you guys can see these cards here, okay? So I'm on 2 live, so I hope you guys can see on both, okay? So this is the 10 of Swords, right? And this is the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So obviously, we've been through a lot, but the swords represent our thoughts, okay? They represent our thoughts. So when you have so many swords, like the 9 of swords, the 10 of swords, you have been really, really stressed out. And as you can see this card here, these pentacles represent balance, okay? And so when it's in the upright, it means that you are coming into balance, but when it's in the reverse, you're struggling to get there. So what does this tell me? We're struggling to have peace of mind. We're struggling to gain balance when it comes to the thoughts that we have. We're struggling in this area. However, it's coming to a completion. 10 is a completion. That means that the next step is the ace of swords, and that is clarity. Clarity is going to be brought out of this situation. And when I asked for one more card, justice came up. So there is going to be balance brought back into our lives, okay? But we're going to have to make some decisions and choices to get there, okay? This is the Judgment card. This is about, you know, obviously judgments. It's about making decisions. It's about deciding on things. And underneath it is the Hermit. And the Hermit is a manifester, okay? He goes away. He goes on his own. And typically he'll go to a place of solitude, the mountains. You can see he's in the mountains and he's looking for that enlightenment. He's looking for insight. And so we need to make some decisions here so that we can find that clarity that we're so longing for and seeking, okay? It's so important because as a collective, that means all of us together are stressed out. We're stressed and fitting. I mean, think of the year we just had. You know, we're still living in a life of COVID. You know, at my job, a lot of you know that I am a nurse. And so we were doing COVID testing daily at one point, obviously. And then it went to a couple of weeks. And then it went to once a week. And we finally are down to testing the employees only once a month. Doing that is such a stress reliever, and you don't realize how much stress you're under when you're living the day to day. Okay, but I encourage you guys and I challenge you guys, continue to put yourself first, because being under so much stress, you know, you have to put yourself first and give you guys that self-love, so that you can continue to grow and that you can continue to be healthy. So that is the message. That's what is a challenge for all of us. And so what you guys can take away from that is, how am I going to gain balance? What decision and choices am I going to make? Do I need to plan a little bit better to make my days go a little bit more smoothly, to where I'm not under so much stress? What do I need to do to become the person that I envision myself of being? The person that I know that I can be? The person that I want to be? The person that I see myself as? You know, I mean, what can you guys do? Okay? If you guys feel like you need a little bit more assistance in that, please feel free to reach out to me. I am definitely here to assist you guys. So, Abigail, I hope you're still here. I'm just going to pull a couple of cards for you just to see, when your refund is coming, okay? And I hope it comes today. We're going to see what the cards say. Also, email me, Abigail. You're here. I see you. Email me and let me know if it's accurate, okay? And I'm not 100% sure if I can give you a definitive answer as far as the time frame. But we're going to see. We're going to see what comes out. And a lot of times, Abigail, what comes out is what you need to hear. So, if this doesn't give you the answer based on your refund, and spirit, the universe, God, whoever you believe in, wants you to know something different, it's not up to me, okay? But I'm specifically asking about that. So when is Abigail going to get her refund? Okay, Abigail, here we go. When are you going to receive your refund? Okay, Abigail, so obviously I see you're stressing out about this, okay, but it's self-inflicted. So I see that there's some waiting here. You're going to come out of this self-infliction and or find clarity in this. You're going to get answers. Whether they're going to be the answers that you want. It looks like obviously things aren't moving and you're waiting. So when is Abigail going to receive her? Hold on. Wow, it's the same cards repeating. Okay. So, Abigail, it looks like probably a couple of weeks from what I'm looking at. And that time frame, obviously you are stressed out. It looks like a couple of weeks. From me looking at this, I see that you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for this to come in for you, okay? But there is going to be some good news coming in. So, yeah. Anywhere from 5 days to 2 weeks. Yeah, 5 days to 2 weeks that you can receive your refund, or that you will receive your refund. Just try your best to maintain balance in your thoughts. Don't worry too much about it, because I definitely see a lot of mental infliction here. But again, these cards are repeating, so you're going to receive that communication. You're going to receive that communication here. That is going to be your refund, and it's going to alleviate a lot of that stress that you're feeling. So just try your best to wait a little bit longer. But I definitely do see you coming out of this, and I see you feeling and looking good with your money. Couple of weeks, give it at most, okay? But email me and let me know if that's accurate, because I'm curious, okay? Email me and let me know. So you guys, I had fun with that, and I hope that it helped at least one of you when it comes to really focusing on that person that you feel you want to be. Where do you feel you want to be a year from now? If you put your time and effort, if you put in the work and you put in that consistency, Where can you be a year from now? Whether it's a new business that you're trying to start, whether it's a trip you're trying to make, whether it's trying to get more fit and healthy, whether it's going to school. If you actually take that first step and be consistent in that and sign up for the cost of that journey and not just the goal, where will you guys be? You'll be where you want to be. But you have to realize that it's going to take work. It's going to take for you to leave the person that you were up until this point, okay? Think about how the person that you have been has gotten you to where you are right now, and that's brilliant. That's beautiful. And thank that person, but dismiss that person because they can no longer go with you to where you're headed to. Okay, so I hope that helps you guys, and I hope that you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful Sunday. Prepare for the week in a positive mindset. My babies are whining now, so it's time for me to end this live, but I enjoy you guys, and I thank you so much for tuning in every Sunday on Morning Tea and Tarot. See you guys later. Bye.